$33 a month. That's the price of a new iPhone now. Not 800, not 1100, 33. 4 days ago, Apple quietly turned the iPhone into a subscription, and this system depends on one number you're never supposed to calculate. Tonight, we calculate it. On July 28, 2026, Apple ended a decade-old institution. The iPhone upgrade program, the plan where you paid one monthly fee, insurance included, and owned a path to your phone, was replaced overnight by something called Apple Upgrade. A lease, run not by Apple, but by Klarna, the buy now, pay later company. Here's the first strange detail. The old program cost $42.41 a month for an iPhone, with AppleCare built in. The new one advertises $32.99. A price cut, right? Except AppleCare is no longer included. Add it back, $11.99 a month, and you're paying $44.98. The advertised price fell. The real price rose. That's not a pricing change, that's a psychology change. And it's the newest move in a game Apple has been playing with your brain for 15 years. A game where the product isn't really the phone. The product is a feeling. The feeling that what you have is no longer enough. Think about what happens every September. At 9 in the morning, your phone is fine. It takes beautiful photos. It runs every app you own. By noon, after a 90-minute keynote, that same phone feels old, slower somehow, dimmer. Nothing inside it changed. The silicon is identical. What changed is the story you're standing in. Yesterday, you had the good phone. Today, you have last year's phone. That feeling has a name in personal finance, manufactured status anxiety, and it is worth more than oil. Now watch how the pricing ladder feeds it. The iPhone 17 lineup runs $799, $999, $1099, $1199. Why so many tiers? Because of a bias called anchoring. Once your eye touches the $1,200 Pro Max, the $1,000 Pro feels sensible. And the $799 base model, it feels like a bargain. A bargain for $800. The most expensive iPhone isn't there to be bought. It's there to make you feel smart buying the others. What about the old accusation that Apple slows your phone down on purpose? Let's be precise, because this is where most videos overreach. In 2017, Apple really did throttle older iPhones with aging batteries, didn't disclose it, and eventually agreed to pay up to $500 million to settle the lawsuits. That happened. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Today, Apple doesn't need to slow your phone down. Your iPhone 17 will receive software updates into the 2030s. The hardware lasts. What decays is the battery and your perception. 75% of people say they upgrade because battery life shrank. A battery is a consumable. A replacement costs about as much as a nice dinner, but nobody frames it that way because a new battery doesn't feel new. The obsolescence isn't in the chip, it's in you. But here's the part nobody tells you. Only 22% of Americans upgrade their phone within a year. Just 3% upgrade within 6 months. The average phone now lives 3.5 years or more. The yearly upgrader, the person every keynote, every carrier ad, every trade-in banner is engineered to create, is a small minority. The marketing exists to make the 3% feel like the normal ones, and to make you, holding your perfectly good 2-year-old phone, feel like you're falling behind. Feeling behind is the business model, which brings us back to that beautiful little number, $33 a month. Why does Apple suddenly want you thinking in months? Because monthly framing is the most reliable trick in consumer finance. Nobody feels $1 a day. An $800 phone is a decision. $33 is a rounding error next to your streaming bills. The number is designed to slip beneath the threshold where your brain bothers to do math. And here's where the lease gets clever. The trade-in, that comforting ritual where your old phone knocks hundreds off your new one, exists exactly once now, at the front door. You can trade in a phone you own to lower your very first lease. But from that moment on, you never own a phone again. So when you return a leased iPhone to upgrade, what's your trade-in credit? Zero. Nothing. You hand back a device in beautiful condition and receive nothing, because it was never yours to sell. The trade-in ladder gets pulled up behind you the moment you step inside. Sell your last owned phone to Apple cheap, and then rent forever. Oh, and you can't even walk in alone. To lease at all, you must activate with one of three carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, on a postpaid plan. The phone's unlocked afterward, sure, but if you're saving money on a budget carrier, Mint, Visible, prepaid anything, the $33 phone quietly demands a more expensive plan just to get through the door. We're leaving that cost out of our math because it varies. Just know the meter starts before the phone does. Then the small print does push-ups. You must return the device in good working condition. Klarna inspects it. If it's damaged and you skipped AppleCare, you pay the full assessed cost of the damage, whatever they say it is. So AppleCare stops being optional, it becomes the price of a worry-free return. $12 a month, every month. And here's the detail that should make you sit up. Even with AppleCare, when something breaks, you still pay again. A deductible, $29 for a cracked screen, $99 for other damage. Lose the phone entirely, and the replacement costs another $149. Insurance you pay for monthly, and then pay to use. One more clause. Miss 3 payments in a row and the lease terminates. The full remaining balance comes due immediately. Unpaid, it goes to a collection agency. That's not a subscription like Netflix. Netflix doesn't repossess your television. And notice what you hold after a perfect lease. Every payment made, phone in flawless condition. You hold nothing. The device goes back, or you pay yet another fee to finally own it. You can pay forever and own nothing, which, for Apple, is not a bug. It's the destination. So the machine has 3 gears, a keynote that makes your phone feel old, a price ladder that makes overspending feel prudent, and a monthly wrapper that makes the spending invisible. But here's the part nobody tells you. The invisible spending has a price tag, and it's the number I promised you at the start. To find it, we build a model, a real one, every assumption on the table. Meet 2 people. Same job, same salary, same phone, the standard iPhone 17. Call them the leaser and the owner. The leaser takes Apple's deal exactly as advertised, the yearly upgrade track at $32.99 a month plus AppleCare at $11.99, because his worry-free return depends on it. $44.98 a month, $539.76 a year. And here's the brutal part. That's not a purchase he finishes. Every September, he hands the old phone back, for $0, remember, and the meter simply resets. $540 a year, every year, for as long as he wants a phone in his pocket, which is forever. The owner buys the exact same phone outright, $799 once. He keeps it 4 years, well inside its software life. He skips the monthly insurance and takes his chances. We'll charge him $199 repair per phone, cash. After 4 years, he sells it himself for 15%, $119. His real cost? $799 minus $119 plus the repair, $778 spread over 4 years, $194 a year. Same phone, same photos, same group chats. The difference between them? $345 a year. $345. It doesn't sound like a system. It sounds like a gym membership. That's exactly why the machine works. The leak is small enough to ignore. But the owner doesn't ignore it. Every year, he drops his 345 into a boring, broad index fund, the whole stock market in one ticket, earning the market's long-run average of 8%. Passive income, doing push-ups in the dark. Let's check on him. Year 5. The leaser has unboxed 5 iPhones and owns none of them. The owner is on his second phone and a brokerage account worth $2,025. Cute. Barely 2 phones worth. If the story ended here, Apple would win the argument. Year 12. The leaser is unboxing phone number 12. Lifetime phones owned? Still 0. The owner is on his third, and his account has quietly crossed $6,500. The gap is no longer cute, and compounding is just getting warm. But here's the part nobody tells you. The real damage isn't the money you spend in your 20s. It's what that money would have become by your 60s. So let's run the model all the way out. Same 2 people, same standard iPhone. 40 years, 1 working lifetime, age 22 to 62. Year 20. The owner's account reads $15,800 from phone money alone. Keep going. Year 40. $89,432. That's the number. The one the $33 price tag exists to keep you from calculating. Nearly $90,000. Not from skipping iPhones, but from owning each one instead of renting it, and keeping it 4 years instead of 1. After 4 decades, the leaser has held 40 iPhones and owns nothing. Not the phones, and not the $90,000. The owner holds the same phone in his hand, and a 6-figure head start on financial freedom in his account. Apple never made him poor. It made him feel poor, every September, on schedule, and he paid, every year, to make the feelings stop. That's the trick. Not the price of the phone, the price of the feeling. So here's the honest ending. Your phone is not a status update. It's a tool with a 4 to 7 year life, and every year you own it, actually own it, is roughly $350 your future self gets to keep. The upgrade isn't evil. It's just optional. And they've spent 15 years making sure you never notice that. So, pick a side in the comments. Team own. Buy it, hold it until it dies, invest the difference in the stock market. Or Team Lease. The yearly phone genuinely earns its price for you. Defend it. I'll read the best case out loud. And if you want the math behind the money machines aimed at your wallet, subscribe. It's free. And unlike the phone, it's actually yours.